Good Saturday evening to each and every one of you. Yeah, I don't think it's going to solve the issue, but. Oh, it did. But, well, good. So I guess we'll see how long that goes for. And hopefully the connection will stay up. But anyway, it's Saturday night. Done with whatever I had going on today. And now we're ready to play some games here. Now, we don't have enough time to start, any of our other stuff, of course. That being Sorry and Play 18 and all that stuff. But that's why we're going to be making it up over the course of the next 3 days. And I'll talk about that here in a minute. But before we get to that, let's do the Wordle for today. So let's do that first. Let's see. Let's try welds. No. Okay. How about... let's see. Dems? Tells? No? Oh, we got an L in there. Shell. How about we try... let's see. Let's just do quill. Queel was the word. Oh, yes, I was so close. But that was like one of the only other things I had in mind. Alright. Yeah, I might have missed the point where Drew would join the VC right when we went on the air. But that's right. We don't usually do VCs with him during our live shows anymore anyway. Especially after what happened in January. But alright. So, as I've said, we're going to get to our games in a moment. But before we do that, of course, I have a few things to talk about. And, of course, a few things to show you as we get started. Yeah, as we get started here today. I'm looking at the wrong model. So basically, this will be a sort of a refresher as to the plans for next week, too, including tomorrow, and some plans of sorts for the future. So, all of that while I get the Windows 11 VM going. Yeah, I haven't told it to remember the password, but that's fine. Okay, so while that loads up, what happened today? Well, as promised this morning, I did take care of getting the new program showcase going, and that finished up. I let it finish so that way we can come on the air for the games. So pretty much then tonight it'll just be reruns of stuff as it usually is every night, when we're not on the air or when new episodes are not airing at the moment. Now, I know we aired this very early, like 8 a.m. That's because we had like 11 and a half hours worth of content that we were not able to air earlier in the week. So that's why we started it at 8 a.m. instead. But I do promise that we will be able to do the showcase next week. And I'm going to get it set up. And I am going to set the showcase up for... I am in the process of getting the showcase ready to go for next week. Why is it clearing the RAM? That's right. I'll just keep the virtual machine on the side so I can just watch it as it's booting up. But it's all right. So, what happened today? I'm getting back to that. So, as I've said, I got up a little early so I could start the showcase, and that way, so I could let it finish on time for our show tonight. And also, as promised, I did get the Connie request video made for this week. And we went, and of course, that was that family time that I was talking about at the end of last night's program. So, what did we do? Of course, we started off with the signature snacks of sorts. That being a mixture of Land O'Lakes cheese, Ritz crackers, and some different fruits, grapes and apples to be exact. And bologna was also added in the mix as an added bonus, which definitely I wasn't expecting, but the reasoning why it was included did make total sense. So, that was the first thing. Then we ended up playing, of course, the two usual games, the two of our usual favorites. Play 9, which of course we normally do today, during the games segment of such. And then 5 Crown after that. And boy, both of those were fun. And then for dinner, we had a watermelon salad. It was a mixture of, cucumber, original Fritos, watermelon, and corn. Yeah, corn was also in the recipe too. It was quite good. I enjoyed it. And this was actually the first time I had it. So that was a pretty good meal. And then after that, we had to get that, do some other things. The last one being Frosty Tips ice cream, which of course was delicious. So I'm glad that's open again for the summer. I especially needed that after that heat wave that I had been through. Well, the heat wave that led up to that severe weather event on Thursday. Oh, that was pretty bad. But all that aside, yeah, that's pretty much what happened today. Now, before we get started with any of our games, let's talk about how next week is going to play out. Now, tomorrow, I have officially decided that I would like to join. Tomorrow, we will not be live for Ticket to Ride. We won't be live for Ticket to Ride tomorrow night, so please keep that in mind. So we won't be live for that. And then for Monday, I am planning on a Fun Games makeup stream. In fact, Friday nights or some point during the day, the previous day, I have begun writing down a list of games that we could more than likely play. Well, games that we have to make up. And I know there's a lot of them, but we're only going to have a very limited amount of time to do it. So, what's going to happen is this. Depending on when I get back Monday, plus Jeopardy in America Says, and dinner, once all that is done, that is when we will start the first of what will likely be several Fun and Games makeup streams that we'll be doing over the course of this week. We are going to be making up all the games that we usually do on Saturdays. Play 18, Way Sorry, Game of Life, and all that. And then, depending on how much time remains after that, we will likely make up additional games too. And of course, the Wednesday stuff is also included in this batch. So that being Hyperbowl, Wheel of Fortune, Monopoly, Yahtzee, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Single Duels, 2 weeks worth of WMBS Word Games, and Ticket to Ride. That, of course, we would normally do tomorrow night, but we're not going to be able to do it. And then that's for Monday. I only have a very limited amount of time to do it, so to do all these games. So we'll see how much we can get done then. Tuesday, of course, I'm planning to be back in Downers Grove once again. And then, of course, later that night, we'll go live for Roblox as per usual. Wednesday, once again, I'll be in Downers Grove. And then when I come back Wednesday night, that is when we're going to do the second of our makeup streams. So essentially, we're splitting these into 2 or 3 streams, respectively. And then Thursday, whatever games remain on that list, we are going to take care of those games. And I am planning to start that around, I'm thinking 11 a.m. or maybe sooner or later. But it'll all depend on whatever games are left on that list. But of course, regardless, Backyard Baseball will come on Thursday night as per usual. Friday next week, once again, the Fun Night Show, and then we'll see what next Saturday has in store, and that will determine what happens next from there. And then, of course, Sunday will be Ticket to Ride at its usual time. And then after that, everything else, I presume, will be normal. So, that being, I'll be here at home taping Sorry episodes and Wheel of Fortune episodes, as well as continuing to plan out an upcoming hardware upgrade / addition. Now, I did talk a lot about this during the Downers Grove episodes that we have been doing so far this season. I've been talking about it a lot. So I'll go ahead and reiterate for those of you who might not have caught the memo or have not been catching up with what I've been talking about. So, at my part-time job at work, last week, they got 7 brand new Dell Pro laptops, 6 of which were 14 inches in screen size, and the other is 16 inches. Those are actually all going to be replacing a fleet of Dell Latitude 3420s, a Latitude 3480 that's not compatible with Windows 11 because it's only a 7th generation processor, and I assume a Lenovo IdeaPad is also planned to be scrapped as well. So that is at least what I am assuming as of right now, but of course I will know more as we get closer. But as of now, there's 3 Dell Latitudes sitting there. As I'm taking a look at each one, testing them out, just making sure, I've been taking a look at each of them, examining their specs and everything. So, upon inspection of them, all 3 have 8 gigs of RAM and a 256 gigabyte 2230 SSD. Now, if I pull up the Dell support article, well, I mean, it's not just a support article, it's rather Dell's support documentation for the machine. That's right, it's fine, you can just see it in the corner. If we pull up the storage is one thing I'll be showing, as well as memory. So if we scroll down the list here, this is the exact configuration all those Latitudes have right now. 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now, when I looked at the storage end, this is what I found out. I could also add a 2.5-inch hard drive to it. But notice right here, there's a note that if the system shipped with a 4-cell battery, then it would only support the M.2 SSD because that battery is much larger than it would take up the entire SATA hard drive slot. Now, if we do go to battery, it shows the comparison between the 3-cell, which is the 41 watt hour, and then the 4-cell, which is 54 watt. So 54 compared to 41. Option 1 here, this would give me the option to put an M.2, to put a 2.5-inch hard drive in the machine if I so choose. But the difference here is that I'm pretty sure I might end up with less battery life compared to storage. So, based on that, I had two plans thought out. The first was to keep the SSD as it is, but add in another SATA hard drive, likely another SATA SSD. I would take the SATA SSD from the small form factor and put it into that Latitude. But when I opened up the laptops, yep, I knew it. It had a 4-cell battery inside of it. So that pretty much means I cannot put a 2.5-inch drive in there. But the thing is, I could actually take the 4-cell battery out and put a 3-cell battery and the 2.5-inch hard drive bracket in there and convert it to that setup. But I would need to I would need to find the parts and buy them separately. Because I know Dell does not provide anything for those respective parts. I did find a couple listings, one for each of them on eBay, but I won't go into detail on that. The other plan, and this is the plan that I'm going for, is I'm going to be swapping out the 256 gig SSD that's inside of there currently, and I'm going to upgrade the storage to 1 terabyte. So I'm going to put a 1 terabyte SSD in there. That way it'll have much more, so that way I'll have much more space to work with, which I think is a good workaround. But that's not all. I will be salvaging, well, basically out of all three, and I think there's a fourth one too, but I can't remember. But regardless, there's 3, so I'll just work with the 3 that there is right now. And if there is a fourth one, then of course I'll go by this. So, considering how all 3 were laid out, the plan is this. I'm going to take 1 8 so I'm going to choose which one of the Latitudes I want to take. I'm probably going to pick the one in the best condition. I don't care about the Windows logo sticker. I don't care about the sticker. I just care that the keyboard itself is good. The laptop is, nice and clean. But as much as I'd like to take all of them, I can only take 1. So essentially, I'm turning 3 Latitudes into 1 more powerful Latitude. That's essentially the ordeal that I'm going for here. So, whichever one I decide, the other 2 laptops, I'm going to be salvaging the 8GB sticks of RAM as well as the SSD from both. 1 8GB stick is going to go into that Latitude, and then depending on the configuration of that Lenovo laptop, which I don't know for sure exactly what it is, but I will find out once I see it, then depending on where it is, where it's at, I'll add the 8GB stick of RAM to that, and then I'll leave the SSD as it is from the factory. So the 2 SSDs from the other Latitudes, those are going to be coming with me as spare parts to use in some of my other PCs. So as such, I would be swapping out the 256 gig SSD that's currently inside of my small form factor PC. I would swap it out and put that SSD into my M.2 PCIe card so I can add more storage and have more space for a network share on my main system. One of the 2230 SSDs is going to go in there. The other is going to be used as a spare part. Now, the reason why is because I looked at the box of the M.2 card and it does not support 2230 drives, which is what that is. But that is actually okay because I have another idea in mind. I could take the 512 gig drive out of my 7506, which, if you remember last night, I was stating that I am getting ready to decommission that machine from service mainly because of the issues that it's been having. But I did also mention that I'm going to try to run it without the battery connected, because I'm thinking that it might be the battery that's causing the problem. So I'll try disconnecting the battery and see if it makes a difference. If it does, then I'm sure it'll run much more reliably. But if it doesn't, then that machine is going to be taken out of service, likely permanently, and I will just be keeping the PC and just use it as parts. So I'll just be taking the RAM and the hard drive out of there, and it'll just be a paperweight from that point on. But that's where the Latitude comes in. It's going to be replacing that machine. The other Lenovo, that's going to replace the XPS that is not compatible with 11, and I'll be salvaging the hard drive from that PC as well. Only the hard drive, though, not the RAM. That will be going into my M.2 card. As well. So pretty much I'll just be basically adding more channels of storage onto my main system. And I think you're making great use of these SSDs in nearly every way. In nearly every way possible. So, that is the plan. Well, actually, that's one part of it. The other part is, as I said, that Inspiron is going out of service. The XPS is going to be sent away altogether. But of course, before any of this can happen, I have to take both machines off of Bitdefender and wipe the hard drive off the XPS. But before I do that, I want to first factory reset it and then make a backup of the drive through Acronis. And then once I can confirm that the backup was good, then I can wipe the hard drive, take it out, and then use it again in any of my other machines if I so desire. It's a plain and simple plan, isn't it? But it's going to take a while. I know. And then I just got to find the right time to actually execute it. But I can tell you that once this is all said and done, my life is going to be so much better on the road. And furthermore, I need a much more powerful laptop that can actually handle live streaming anyway. As my HP from 2020 certainly hasn't done any justice with its 2 cores. So I guess we will see how that plays out. Then when the time gets closer. So, with all that being said, that's really everything that everything that's coming up and for the week. But then, of course, another reminder that June 26th, the night of June 26th, through possibly the night of Sunday, July 5th, that's when all of our services will be offline as our summer trip is upon us. It is upon us. We're just a couple weeks away. And I couldn't be much more excited. I've been thinking about what I'd like to do on that trip over the last several nights. I'm trying to think, switching between that and the hardware upgrades and thoughts for like the opening lines for that new series that I want to do and whatnot. But anyway, with all that being said, that's really what's coming up here as we continue through the week and going into the weekend and also what's to come in the months ahead. So with that, I'd say we get our game on. Yeah, I didn't have the speaker on. So we're going to start with a match duel with Jaden.
Let's get our game on, shall we?
We shall, Jaden. We shall. Once VMware shows up. Yeah, there we go. I have to switch it because that's a totally different virtual machine. It's going to give it to him first. Yeah, that's how the game was made. But yeah, it's totally out of my control, but that's okay. Yeah, and I'm still setting up for tonight. Let's see what we got. That one will be locked in defense position. I've already made my choice, so... no, not right now.
Good thing I played a trap card.
Fairy box. No. And you call Tails. No. I'm gonna wait until I attack a monster in attack position or directly. Yeah, he'll have to pay 500 life points during each standby phase in order.
Monsters on the field.
Yep, that monster's gone. So now we can do it directly.
I end my turn.
Alright, what's the highest one I've got? Harpy's Feather Duster.
No way. I activate a spell card.
Reverse of Neos. Increase a monster's attack points by 700 during the turn the card is activated. Alright, what do we got? This one's in defense. Alright, well at this point I'm just gonna put my defense layer down. So that card goes back to face value now. As I'm taking a look at everything and reducing stuff down for tonight. And mainly tomorrow.
My turn.
Plus also some setup I gotta do for for tomorrow as well. Let's do Tiger Axe. I'm gonna pass on the Graceful Dice for now. No, I said I'll pass. I want to keep these monsters as they are, so I contribute this.
I end my turn.
I end my turn. Alright, this one requires a tribute, so let's do it.
Come on, Jaden, think.
Alright, which one of these two do we want? Let's do this one. Nope. Alright, that's all I can do.
I play this. Special ability activates.
And there's Morphing Jar, which means we get 5 new cards.
I play the field spell.
There's Fusion Gates, that means he can fusion without polymerization.
Alright, I'm creating a new monster by combining these two together.
Fusion time! And then of course we will duel with Yugi immediately after we finish up with Jaden.
I'll throw down a face down.
Alright, so that's all set for tonight.
I end my turn.
And then the other thing is the micro, I gotta get that ready. Alright, we'll set down these traps. This one, once again, fine, summon it. Because it'll be enough to get rid of this. And actually won't matter, because he's going to use that to destroy one of my cards. Anyway. Let me look at my graveyard. Oh, it won't let me. Not at the moment. No. I need to thoroughly examine my graveyard first before I decide what I want to do about that. Oh yeah, that goblin slaughter. Ooh, that 2500. Yeah, I can summon that again. But we're going to set down Morphine Jar 2. And then I'm gonna... Yes, now that I've thoroughly examined the graveyard, yep, we're going to do Call the Haunted. And we're going to summon Elemental Hero Neos. Oh, he looks like he picked the right one. And there goes Call the Haunted. Sure, let's do Chain Destruction. So all copies of that card are gone in whatever place they may be at. Graveyard or wherever. I can do Change of Heart. Well, sure, let's go ahead and... oh, this requires 2 tribute. That's alright. And then we'll do Change of Heart to bring over his UFO-roid fighter. No. I'm not negating my own spell. But I'm gonna do this. And let's see what he does about this. Of course he's gonna do Call the Haunted. And that card's gonna go instead.
Are you done?
Yes, I am. As that other one goes back into Jaden's control. Did I make sure to check clipboard? Yes, I did. Alright. Card of Safe Return. No. Well, I gotta play defense now, because that card isn't even going to be good enough. So, let's find out what happens here. And he takes the first game. But, of course, we're going to play again in game number 2, and I will do the honors of starting this one. I can't remember, was I also going to set the stuff up for what? For Monday? Yeah, I was going to do that. Alright, we'll summon Tiger Axe. Oh, Monday's only a marginal. Ah, that makes sense. I end my turn. Alright, then we can do a tribute. And then to make things... I'm not ready for Tribute to the Doomed yet. So, let's get rid of his face down. Return 2 fusion monsters that were sent to the graveyard to your hand, but he didn't do any fusions yet, so the effect does not activate. Mystical Space Typhoon. No, we're not going to do that right now. Alright, we'll summon Zombrea. And we're going to have this monster get rid of his defense card. Alright, well that worked. And now it's down to 1900. And then we'll do 2100 directly.
A duel's not over till the last card's played.
And that is the end of my turn. We'll set down this trap. And then we'll bring up Tiger Axe as well. And we're gonna use Umbrea on this defense card.
I play this.
Okay. So now we're gonna be tossing our hands and grabbing new ones. New cards. Alright, then we can do the rest of it directly.
Are you done?
I still got one more, Jaden.
The duel's not over till the last card's played.
And that will put him down to 2,500. I hope he's got something good in mind, because if he does not, then this match is going to be tied. Yeah, may as well.
No.
May as well. I'll bring back Headless Knight. That was in my hand previously. So let's see what he does.
I activate a spell card.
Swords of Revealing Light.
Face down. I end my turn.
Okay, so now we cannot attack. No, now I can't attack for 3 turns. So, pretty much I'm just going to be using this opportunity to get ready. We'll go ahead and Tribute Summon. That's going to destroy Call of the Haunted. Oh, it didn't destroy it. Okay. And, of course, I can't do the battle phase because of Revealing Light. So, I'm going
I activate a spell
to
card.
take this time now and get the micro ready, because it will be taking over for operations while I'm away, of course. And Lubbock. Card of Safe Return.
No way.
And there's this Neoforce spell card, which increases this monster by 800 points. Yeah, I can only do one summon. That will return all monster cards, which is what I do not want. So pretty much I'm just going to use this time to get ready once the Revealing Light expires.
I play this. Special ability activates.
And there goes that one. Oh wait, wait. What am I doing? That's for Monday.
My turn.
That's for Monday. What am I doing? There we go. Okay. I can't do Change of Heart, but I will set this down in defense position. Alright, so that was the 3rd turn. The Revealing Light is gone, so now I can do the attacks as I please.
Spell card. I activate a spell card. It destroys monsters on the field.
Do I have Magic Jammer? No, I don't. So, there they all go.
I end my turn.
I was thinking about the previous duel, but... no.
Good thing I played a trap card.
Fairy Box.
Come on. I'm not finished yet.
Oh, he's chaining Negate Attack with it. I've seen this happen once already. And he called it right. So... he called it right, so... no damage was taken. And the battle phase also immediately ended. So he's down to 2,000. Okay. Alright, tough choice. What do we want to do here? I'm going to pass on that, because I want to use change of Heart to bring that monster over. Yeah, bring that monster over. and more than likely be enough, and will be enough to end the duel and tie the match. So let's see how this goes. So we're going to go ahead and bring this guy over, and then we can just do it. Okay, let's see what happens with the fairy box. And that monster's gonna disappear. And Call of the Haunted's gone too. So that doesn't have any effect. So Mirror Force at least saved him. Saved himself that time. Yeah. You may as well do it. Alright, we'll bring this guy over. And then do direct attack. Alright, there's Fairy Box again. And he called it wrong. And with that, that will be the last time he'll be able to use the Fairy Box effect, because it is going to be destroyed. Because if he pays the 500, the duel will be over. Oh, there's Nimbo Momonga. Yeah, sure. Let's bring that over. Okay, backup soldier. And we will... Actually, we'll set Penguin Soldier down, so that way then I can have that monster that Jaden has right now get returned to his hand. And then I can just end the duel right then and there. And see, I gotta set something else up too. So I'll get to that in a minute. Yep. Yep, I'm gonna return them both. That monster, and then that one. And we may as well let this guy bring this battle to an end. And I've tied up the match. Alright. Jaden will go second. Although it will give it to him first. Just seeing if I need to set anything else up for tonight. And I still gotta move over all the stuff from the showcase this evening. Alright, let's go and summon Zumbrea. I'm not using Tribute to the Doom, because then Zumbrea will not be able to attack, since it will not be able to do it directly. And that is 1900 now, so that is something I have to keep in mind. Alright, so that's for... let's see, we got 2 more for Wednesday. Oh boy. It's gonna happen all over again on Wednesday. Okay, we're back after that. I hate it when the router does this, especially since we were in the middle of a duel. But we're going to get back to that duel in a second. But you know what's worse? It does this even when I'm not here. Even when all these PCs I have are off, it still does it. I don't know why. I don't know why. And I'm furthermore mad that we haven't even done a single damn thing about it. Okay. I don't want this rant to keep going on because we got a duel to finish. So let's get back to the duel that we were in the middle of doing before we were rudely interrupted. We're going to get rid of Elemental Hero Sparkman. Anyway, what was I in the middle of doing?
Activate a cell car.
What was I about to do?
I end my turn.
Well, there were the broken pipe errors. The moment it went out. Okay, I can't do anything because all these require tributes. But
No way.
let's go ahead and get rid of my lowest monster, like this one, to destroy the Prisma. And that's basically it. That's all I can do. I can't do anything else. Anyway, I was about to get that Severe Thunderstorm Watch put in. This will be for tonight. Alright, and I still can't do anything. There's no spell cards to destroy.
I play this.
And he's gonna flip summon.
I end my turn.
Alright, now it's ready for tonight. Alright, I'm just gonna play whatever layer of defense I have. Because I can't do anything else.
I play this. I'm not planning to lose.
Of course he's not playing to lose.
I end my turn.
Oh, this is that monster where the defense position damage is still battle damage. Alright, well, I guess this is it. Because I don't have any monsters.
Remember to have a little fun.
Yeah, of course you gotta remember to have a little fun, because, yeah, as Jane says, that's what it's all about here. Alright, let's make sure that the virtual machine is starting up with the 3D effects, because I don't think it'll even properly start up without it, but... Well, it'll still properly start up, but it just won't be able to use any of the games on it if the 3D effects don't work. Alright. Assuming that this doesn't happen again, which I sure hope it doesn't, we're going to move on now to Yugi, as we commence the main portion of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Every deck has a chance to win, as long as you believe in the heart of the cards.
Let's duel! Sure, I'll turn this down a little bit more so that way you can hear more of me. Okay, I'm going to be starting this game off. I know what my first move is going to be. That layer of defense. I'll try to resync that as much as I can. Make sure that
Not bad.
Monday stuff is set.
I end my turn.
Yeah, it is. So I'll be connecting back to the micro several times. Alright, so we'll set down Hane.
Oh no!
And I will return his Pharaoh Imp.
I end my turn.
Alright, we'll summon Skull Red Bird.
That was a good attack.
Now, of course, I need to keep that Soldier Stone defense layer intact as much as possible.
I end my turn.
There we go, that is for... There we go, that is for... next week. Trap Master destroys a trap card. There are no trap cards, so we're not going to do that right now. And then directly.
That was a good attack.
Alright, that completes my turn.
I end my turn.
Alright, what else we got? Could we... Oh, we can summon Dark Magician if we want to. But I'm actually going to set down another monster. Well, actually, the only highest monster I've got is Dark Magician.
A tribute summon.
Alright, well I guess let's do it then, because Yugi's trap holes could be coming up later on, so
Not bad.
may want to take advantage now while we have the chance.
I end my turn.
Alright, and I will have Lesser Dragon join in. Let's see what he's got. And then the other one.
Not bad.
And that completes my turn.
I end my turn.
This one requires a tribute, which I'm not going to do. But I will go ahead and summon Beast Warrior, which I probably should have done defense position, but whatever. We can do this. And then we can do 1200 directly. Alright, Yugi's down to 950.
I end my turn.
Alright. This might be the end of it. Well, there's Trap Hole, but not necessary. But you know what? Let's do it anyway.
Tribute summon.
Yeah. Let's do the tribute summon. Well, although it's not necessary, I think this might be it. Got rid of his defense layer. And now, to end the duel. And I get game number 1. But, of course, it takes 2 games to win the match, so I gotta do it again. And Yugi's gonna go second, considering the way this was set up. So I get to start again. And I know what my first moves are going to be. Seeing if there's anything else I could have set down, but that's decent to start with.
I end my turn.
Alright, and now we'll summon Dragon Zombie. Okay, there's this mystical elf. Not right now. And we're about to see why.
Not bad. I end my turn.
Yeah, I'm only waiting for the right time to use it. Okay, there's Skull Red Bird. Now I can only do one monster.
Not bad.
And I can't do the other monster because its attack points are less than Mystical Elf.
I end my turn.
So I guess we're just going to be in a loop of play and defense. And I'll go ahead and summon other monsters when I can. Okay, there's the Giant Soldier of Stone. So now he has both of his big defense layers on the field. Let's see. No, that's not that big of a point value right now, so let's leave it alone.
Now, I'll set a card. I end my turn.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the right time to use Trap Hole. That might be what he has, but I am not going to tribute summon this monster right now. Okay, maybe I should have done that, but let's find out.
Not bad.
Okay. Alright, well that's it, because I don't want any of my other life points gone. Like I said, I'll pass.
Now, I'll set a card. I end my turn.
That card might be his Trap Hole. Well, let's find out here as I bring up one of my two Beaver Warriors.
See what you're trying to do.
Unfortunately, it's not going to work. Trap Hole! As I figured. But we can still do this.
Not bad.
And that is all that we can do. What could his other trap be?
I end my turn.
We're gonna find out here as this duel continues. Alright, let's bring up another Silver Fang. And see what he's got under here. Alright, well that's it. Can't do anything else. No, leave it alone for now.
End my turn.
Alright, now I'll tribute my Silver Fang.
Summon.
Yep, and then we'll get rid of his Silver Fang.
Not bad.
And that is all I can do. Oh, here we go. Gaia the Fierce Knight. Yep, now's the time.
Oh no!
Oh no! There's the Trap Hole!
I end my turn.
Alright, let's see. What are we gonna get? Alright, 1400. This one requires a tribute. Alright, Monster Zone is now totally full. I do not believe all these cards combined are going to be enough to end the duel, but let's see. That was one. This is two. Now for the third monster.
There must be something I can do. What?
Oh, this will actually be enough to end the duel. And I take the match. See, that was a good strategy I had in place. Wait for the right time to use Trap Hole before, then allowing me the direct attack. Ooh, there's Wall of Illusion. The same card from Kaiba. which we will be playing here soon.
No, I lost. I guess you wanted to win much more than I did. It was a great duel.
Yeah, it certainly was a great duel. It certainly was a great duel. And, of course, we are going to be dueling against Seto Kaiba next. But we're going to do that after we take this commercial break. We'll be right back with more of the Weekend Fun and Games Show. Alright, welcome back to our Weekend Fun and Games show here tonight. It's time to battle against Seto Kaiba.
For you, victory is not in the cards.
We'll see about that. We will see about that. Alright, Kaiba won that, and he will go second because the code mixed up the game, mixed up the order. But that's alright. Okay, what should we summon first here? Faith Bird? Oh yeah.
I activate my spell card.
Spell card. We discarded my Bean Soldier. Alright, share the pack forces a tribute. This one ends the battle phase, which is the only monster card I can set down. And essentially the only thing I can do other than block attack, which would really have no effect. So there we go, that's going to flip. And the battle phase is going to end.
I end my turn.
As well as his turn. Okay, we got Monster Reborn. But I do not think this would be a good time to use it. But I am in trouble.
Too bad. Your luck's come to an end. I offer two of my monsters on the field as a tribute.
Now that actually would be good. Toss a coin 3 times. The effect can only be used during your own turn, once per turn. Okay, here we go. Time Wizard. And we'll go ahead and toss a coin, and I call heads. And it's tails, so there that monster goes. But I can try again.
Tell me you're trying to resurrect it.
As much as I'd like to save it for later. Oh, wait a minute. He has a 1700 attack point monster. But you know what? Sure. I'd like to try Time Wizard again. So, let's try it again. And this time we'll try heads one more time. And it still failed. Yep. So there goes another 250, and that was a complete failure. So I'm in trouble now.
I activate my spell card.
So he's gonna discard a card, and then I gotta choose a card to discard.
I return my monster from the graveyard to the field.
Monster Reborn. What will he choose? Ryu Kishin Power. Interesting. And that is going to bring me down to 500.
I end my turn.
Okay. Yeah, I can't do anything. I just can't do anything. So I guess this is it. Kaiba's going to take the first game. Well, that summon wasn't necessary, but just one monster was all we needed to do, so there we go. But, of course, I'm not out of it, because I still have a chance, and I can make a comeback. We've done this before. So, let's see how Game 2 plays out. And my first move will be Faithbird once more. Just like in the last game. Because that's the highest monster I've got. The monster with the highest attack points that I have. And it's going to be gone very quickly.
I end my turn.
Alright, well, I will have to start playing defense here. So let's see how this goes. I could force a tribute, but that defense layer is going to be eliminated.
Spell card.
Nobleman of Crossout. Destroy a face-down card monster and remove it from play. If it has a flip effect, then both players must remove all monster cards with the same names from their respective decks and remove them from play. Okay. I am already in big trouble because this requires a tribute and I don't have any monster cards on my side of the field. Well, I do now, but with how many cards Kaiba has on his side, it's very, yeah, that card is going to be gone very, very quickly. And then another 1600 directly. My turn. Stimpack. Oh, this actually might work. I'll set down Beaver Soldier, then use Stimpack
You're activating a spell card.
to increase its attack points. Now, of course, I have to keep in mind it's going to be decreased by 700. I'll choose his highest monster.
I activate my spell card.
And it comes right back
I switch it
to attack position.
I set
Which-
this card
Face down. Oh, sure, let's do another stim pack.
You're activating a spell card.
Maybe I should have done the... Oh, well, if I did the tribute summon, then the stim pack would have been destroyed. Sure. What's worse than doing 2 stim packs?
Your pathetic attacks will never reach me. My ancient lance effect activates.
Alright, well that card's gone. But I better decrease his attack points.
I activate negate attack.
Alright, well, there that goes. So, no chance there. But, the good thing is, with what I have right now, I'm still in it.
I activate my spell card. Change of heart.
He's gonna take... Oh. That's
It's
his...
all over for you. I offer 2 of my monsters on the field as a tribute.
Yep, this duel is gonna be all over, and so is the match.
I switch it to attack position.
Flip summoned. Yep, that monster was all he needed. Well, just when I thought I had a bit of hope, Kaiba had that one card that took that hope right away from me.
A pathetic dog like you never had a chance against a champion like me.
And of course he still calls me a pathetic dog. Yeah, Kai was very mature. Well, I don't know if I'd say mature, but I think that's some like some sense a little bit rude. But yeah, I guess that's how it is. Okay, on to the last of our opponents now. That being Joey Wheeler. Before we get into the main event, that being the random character madness or whatever. So here we go.
Come and bring it. I'll take you on anytime, any place.
Anytime, any place, huh? Alright, Joey is going to go second. And here we go. We'll set down this trap. And I'll go ahead and add another 1,000 life points right out of the gate. And then we'll set down Baron of the Fiend's Sword. And we're all situated here. There's Umbrea, which he cannot do with me directly.
I'll just go along and set this card here. Let me give you a little hint. You better be careful, because this card's a trap. I end my turn.
Alright, Toon Mermaid. Of course, it cannot be normal summoned. I don't even know why I still have it, but it's fine. Alright, so we'll set that in defense position. So that is going to add another 1,000 life points. And of course I don't have any other copies of that.
I end my turn.
Alright, what do we have here? This one is 1,500, that's 1,900. This one has 1,800 defense. Alright, so let's summon this in defense position. Let's see what Joey's next move is going to be.
I activate my spell card.
Reign of Mercy. So he increases the life points of both of our players. Both of us. You get 1,000 life points.
I end my turn.
This one is 1,000. But you know what? Let's go ahead and try Time Wizard. Yeah, I'm going to activate Time Wizard's effect. I call heads. And I called it right. Alright, then we'll activate Monster Reborn. And we will bring back... Well, I can't do Zombrea, so I'll have to do the second highest card that he's got.
What? Can't be.
And that was the only summon I can do. So, Gemini Elf will go directly.
Ah, not too shabby. But you ain't gonna beat me with those lame attacks.
And then Time Wizard.
Oh,
Alright, that is my turn.
it feels so good to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Monster Reborn!
Always bring Zombrea back. There goes my Time Wizard. Goes down to 1900 now.
I end my
Now, if I
turn.
attack with it, the two would negate and cancel each other. Well, I know what I can do. I'll summon that, and then do Change of Heart. And let's go ahead and bring Zombrea over. And we'll get rid of this. And then we can do the other two.
Ah, not too shabby. But you ain't gonna beat me with those lame attacks.
I still got one more.
Oh,
Okay. Zombrea is going to go back to Joey now. Alright, it's down to 1,500. Yes, let's go ahead and activate Backup Soldier.
no way! A trap?
And we will bring these two back into my hand.
I end my turn.
Okay, and then we'll summon this. We'll get rid of his Zombrea, since its attack points are already
I
lowered.
activate Skull Dice.
That's going to decrease the attack points of my monsters by 500. So Gemini Elf is gone. And we'll get rid of his defense card. Okay, that didn't do anything. Alright, so that monster goes back to face value now. Oh, must be ready.
I'm changing into attack position.
Alright, well,
I end my turn.
alright, let's see. What do we got? Oh, Stim Pack. Alright, we're going to set down Morphing Jar. Alright. Now, Joey, you're not going to play just yet. We're going to take another commercial break, and then we will continue this duel against Joey right after this. Alright, welcome back. Let's continue our duel with Joey. Once it comes back up here. Alright, what's your move? Oh wow, we got 4 monsters on the field now. And now they're all coming off the field. Back to his deck. Alright, Faith Bird. I'm not ready for Stim Pack yet. Okay, that didn't work. I should have used it then.
I summon Rocket Warrior! Flip summon! I'm changing it to attack position! Flip summon!
And this duel is over. And he gets game number 1. But of course it'll be 2 to win the match, so I'm not out of it yet. I will go first in game 2. And I'll let the Windows 10 VM load up. So that way it'll be ready for the random character stuff, which we will jump right into after this. Oh, there's Armed Ninja. We'll go ahead and activate the field spell. And then Alligator's Sword. Let's see how it does with the increased attack points that it has.
I end my turn!
There's Mask of Restrict. So no monsters can be offered as tributes. But I can still use Stim Pack. So let's increase. Let's increase Gradius. So this is 1900 now.
It's all or nothing. I activate Skull Dice!
Okay. So that monster is going to disappear. That card is disappearing as well. And that I'm not chancing.
I activate my spell card!
Rain of Mercy, increasing both of our life points again.
I end my turn!
This one is to destroy a spell card. But since these two would negate,
Yeah.
let's activate Block Attack. Put this in defense position. So now we can destroy it. And even if we were to negate the 2, he wouldn't be losing any his life points.
I activate my spell card! I end my turn!
I end my turn. This one destroys a spell card. This is Mask of Dispel, or Dispel. Choose a face-up spell card on the field, and the controller of it has to take 500 life points of damage during each standby phase, and when the selected card is destroyed or removed from the field, this card would be destroyed as well. Well, I'm not going to chance whatever he has in defense position.
I end my turn.
Well, this one needs a tribute. However, I can't do it because this is active. But I can flip summon.
What? Can't be.
Then I will destroy this spell card. Alright, now we can do it. Now, I'm not going to chance what's under there, and there's a good reason why.
I end my turn.
And there's UFO Turtle. We'll get rid of that. Okay. What is this? When the effective, the card can only be activated during your opponent's turn. When your opponent activates a spell, offer this face-up card as a tribute to negate the activation of the spell.
Your attack triggered my effect.
Oh, here's that card that we saw with Yuya, where you can draw a card from the deck.
I'll just go along and set this card here. Let me give you a little hint. You better be careful, because this card's a trap. I end my turn.
There's Magic Jammer to negate a spell. Alright. We'll put this in attack position now. Now, as much as I hate to do it... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's do this monster instead. Good thing I turned my back.
I summon Rocket Warrior.
Okay, well now I can't do anything at all. Because that's worth more than my other monsters. Soul of Purity and Light. There's the one that allows me to return 2 monster cards. This is the monster where any damage the monster takes is reduced to 0, and any monster attacked will have its life points decreased by 500 until the end of the turn. And then Purity and Light can only be special summoned by removing 2 light monsters in the graveyard, and as long as it remains face up, decrease the attack points of all monsters by 300 during his or her battle phase. So this was the card that was removed from play. Alright, but now I gotta choose here. Well, it's as long as this card remains face up. Well, you know what? Even though it's going to be on my side of the field, I don't think it'll matter. Well, let's see. I can get rid of that, and then we'll do the other 2 directly.
I'm gonna resurrect a monster from the graveyard.
No, no, no. We're not going to attack with that one. We may as well just destroy the 2. Alright. That other monster is back in Joey's control now. I would love to.
What? Can't be. And my turn.
Alright, we'll set down Penguin Soldier.
And my turn.
Offer a monster on your side of the field. Well, I know what I can do first. I'm gonna flip summon
What? Can't be.
to send this monster back. Well, I'm gonna say no to the second time for what I'm about to do next. We're gonna summon Cannon Soldier, then activate it. Well, it hasn't. Monsters used for a tribute summon. Yeah, I can't activate its effect because of the trap. Yeah, I just get too excited
Oh, no.
to just use the effect without me even thinking about this trap card right here.
Ugh.
That pretty much stops any kind of tribute from happening.
And my turn.
Alright, so this card is back in my possession now. We're going to leave the Force Field spell as it is.
I'll just go along and set this card here. Let me give you a little hint. You better be careful, because this card's a trap. And my turn.
There's Alligator Sword. It's only 1,500. Well, it's 1,700 now because of the spell's effect, so...
I was waiting for you to do that.
Mask of Weakness. Choose an attacking monster and decrease it by 700 points. So that monster's gone now. Alright, there we go. The battle phase ends.
I'm switching it to defense position. And my turn.
And there's my Axe Raider.
Ugh.
Alright, let's see what he does next.
And my turn.
Oh, I was gonna get to moving the stuff over from the showcase. Well, I'll take care of that while we have the chance. All right, we'll set down Island Turtle.
I'm changing it to attack position. Ugh. And my turn.
Stimpack will increase a monster's attack points. So let's just work with what we have because I cannot do any tributes. No. And we'll destroy Shining Abyss.
Whoa. Man, that was close. Too close. field spell card activates.
Let's see what happens. Okay, so only one field spell can be active at a time. Just exactly as I thought. So when one field spell card, another field spell activates, can't have two field spells at once. Only one can be active at a time. Alright, well that makes sense now. Oh, this is 1900, but this is still enough.
What? Can't be. I end my turn.
Alright, that's down to 2,000. Put this in defense. Alright, that is my turn.
I end my turn.
Alright, let's see. Bean Soldier. I'll just put this in defense for now. And I'll move this over to the following Friday.
I end my turn.
Faithbird is only 1,500. Alright. Oh, chain destruction, so there goes all other copies of that card. Let's see what this one is. The Blast Sphere. So, of course, when it's attacked in face-down defense position, it's going to be an equipped card. And then the equipped monster and this card are destroyed. Are then going to be destroyed during the next standby phase, and I'll be receiving 1,500 points of direct damage as a result. So I'm going to take this opportunity now and make sure that this is all ready to go for tonight.
I end my turn.
Alright. Now... Oh, it's during my standby phase. Alright, let's get rid of his trap. No, I'm not negating it. So now, guess what I get to do?
You're gonna tribute summon?
Exactly! I've been waiting to tribute summon.
Ah! Not the shit. But you ain't gonna beat me with those lame attacks.
Alright, that is my turn then. Okay, so one more attack for that monster and it's all over.
I activate my spell card. Change of heart.
I have to negate it.
No way. A trap?
I have to negate it. Because if I said no, this duel would have been over.
I end my turn.
But this duel's gonna be over.
Yeah!
And I'm still in it, because the match is tied. So yeah, I've made great decisions so far. Mainly at the very end of the game, actually accepting the Magic Jammer to negate the spell. A change of heart, because oh boy, that would have been a fatal decision had I said no. So we're tied at 1 apiece, and now this will decide. So this will decide the match.
I'll just go along and set this card here. Let me give you a little hint. You better be careful, because this card's a trap.
Alright, so while I have the opportunity, I'm going to go ahead and reset the station now. Okay, that is all set. Let me resync the thing. Let's see. I'll go ahead and set down Hane.
I activate my spell card.
Alright, well there goes that. So now I get to see what Joey has in his deck. So that'll at least give me some ideas as to what I can use when those come up later.
I end my turn.
Tiger Axe. Should I add more to it? I'm gonna pass on that for now. So that zebra is gone.
I end my turn.
There's backup soldier. And we'll set down morphine jar.
What? Give me. I end my turn.
Goblin attack force. Since the other monster is gone, may as well add some more to it. Okay. Gonna be taking a whole lot of damage on the next turn.
I activate my spell card.
And we're gonna get 1,000 life points.
Flip summon.
Yep. That card is gone.
I end my turn.
There's UFO Turtle. Let's see. Jojen the Spiritualist. Randomly discard a card for your hand to the graveyard to destroy all special summon monsters on the field. And no special summoning can be done as long as it remains face up. Well, not for long.
Oh no. I'm switching.
To defense position.
I end my turn.
Well, 2 mermaid I can't do. So I guess we'll just do this one then.
I ain't gonna get taken down that easy.
There's Mask of Weakness again, so that monster's gone. Well, it's not gone, but it's been decreased and I take 300 points of damage is the difference.
I activate my spell card.
Oh,
I'm
1,000
changing to
points.
attack position. Flip summon.
So there goes 1,000. And then the other two combined will be 1,500. Yes. I would love to special summon that.
Can't be. And my turn.
Arm Ninja. And sure, let's use Graceful Dice as well. We'll destroy his lowest monster. Alright, that's my turn. So with Mask of Brutality, he has to pay 1,000 life points during his standby phase.
No way. A trap?
Let's go ahead and bring these two back into my hand.
And my turn.
There's Giant Red Sea Snake. We'll destroy this one. Yeah, I want him to continue paying life points, but let's see how this goes. That monster's gone.
And my turn.
Alright, Infinite Dismissal. And then we'll get rid of his, try to see what his defense is. Nuvia the Wicked. If this monster is summoned by normal summon, it is destroyed, and the attack of this card is decreased by 200 points for each monster on your opponent's side. So it starts at 2,000, and then it'll decrease by 200 for each. So it would have been 1,600 points, considering I had two. Sure, I'll activate Infinite Dismissal. That, along with the spell card.
What? Can't be.
Yep, let's go ahead and destroy it.
And my turn.
Negate attack. I'll put this in defense. And we're gonna go ahead and use it now.
No way. A trap?
So there we go. That ends the battle phase.
And my turn.
And we'll activate the field spell. However, I need one more monster before I can summon that one. Before I can summon Buster Blader. So that monster's gone.
I'll just go along and set this card here. Let me give you a little hint. You better be careful, because this card's a trap. And my turn.
There's the Force Field spell. However, I cannot do anything. So I guess this is going to be it. This duel will be over. No, I'm not going to activate Grave Robber. It's not my turn. As I said, no, I am not. Well, it's not over because this can't attack directly, but I am on the edge, basically. No.
Whoa! Man, that was close. Too close. I summon Rocket Warrior!
Alright, well. Now I think this will be it. I'm still going to pass on Grave Robber. No, I am still not going to activate it. Because Joey is going to take the match. Well, what an intense battle we have been in with Joey this time around.
Look, buddy, you gotta work harder and put yourself into the deck. Once you learn all about the heart of the cards, I can guarantee that you'll win.
Well, I have won already. Well, let's see. I lost against Joey. I was able to win against Yugi, but not Kaiba or any of the other two. Alrighty, so now it's time for the main event. We're gonna play with the same people as last time. This time I'm doing it right, and once again it'll be 30 minutes because we don't have that much time. So, all together now. Random character extravaganza. Yeah, it's more than just Wheel of Fortune. It's random characters. Alright, I will go ahead and throw in the first puzzle now. Okay. And also, since there wasn't any severe weather products today, the other thing I gotta finalize now is that
unfortunately we don't
severe
have any more
weather
vowels,
compilation.
So you're gonna have to spin or solve the puzzle.
Yeah, of course there's no more vowels. What do you expect? Alright, I think we're ready to finalize this then. Perfect. Alright, Grave Accent.
I don't believe it. You know how many there are?
1.
Wheel of Fortune window. Exclamation point. Command, pane. Exclamation point.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point.
Oh, I didn't unmute the desktop audio. There we go.
Exclamation point. Edit. %sign.
Percent sign.
Well, aren't you just the smart little player? You found the letter that's not in the puzzle. Good.
Yeah, there's no percent sign.
Command 1. Command 3. Pane. Edit. Exclamation point.
An exclamation point. And it's not there.
No.
Sorry, there is no exclamation
Pane.
point.
Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Edit 2.
2.
Really?
There's 4 twos.
There are 4 of them in the puzzle at that amount. Ridiculousness!
Command 3, pain. Greater than sign.
Greater than sign.
Greater than sign. Less than sign. Less than sign. Less than pain. Less than sign.
Dear iKing, why don't your clothes match in your videos? You should stay consistent on your continuity. Signed, Annoying Fanboy on Big John PC Games Forum.
And by the way, there are no less than signs in the puzzle. No
Command
less
1,
than
Command
sign.
Pain. Command 3, pain.
You know what? Let's also throw in the character map too
Wheel
and
of
see.
Fortune. One running window is requesting attention. Search with character map dialog. Font.
Here, I'll push it
Arial,
over to the side.
combo, Wheel of Fortune. Edit. 5.
And there's a pair of 5s.
Command 1. Command pain.
All right, you did it. You landed on the instant win wedge. Congratulate.
There's no instant win wedge. You bankrupt, silly guy here. $694,000 in the vault.
But command 3 pain.
It's crazy.
Let's
Let's have a little talk real quick. This talk that you're having with me right now is going to cost you a lot of money. And that's going to put the vault over 700,000. 734,000 to be exact. Player 1, go!
Command 3 pain.
Command 3.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis. Edit. Multiply.
I don't believe it. You know how many they
Asterisk.
are? 1.
There is an asterisk.
Asterisk. Command 3 pain. Character map dialog. Font. U plus Wheel of Fortune. One running window is requesting attention.
Let's
Copy.
try an A with Grave.
Player 2, go!
There's no A with Grave. There's no A with Grave.
Copy. Desktop Wheel of Fortune window.
How about a section sign?
Almighty sound effects lady. Are all 5 of those in the puzzle?
No section signs.
No!
Good spin, bad result.
Command 1. Command pain. Edit. Pain.
No greater than
Command
sign.
Button. Command pain. Edit. Opening parenthesis.
There it is.
Command 3 pain.
Throwback King, loser!
Command 3, pain. Edit. 1.
1. Look at you. Trying to be smart.
Oh, that's so cute.
Next player.
Command 3, pain. Edit. Pain. Closing parenthesis.
That's a pretty sexy job you just did.
There's
There.
3
of them in the
closing
puzzle.
parentheses on the board. And I have the wild card. Yeah, I have the wild card.
Edit. 9.
9.
There is uno. That's one in Spanish.
Yep,
Command
there's
1.
just the 1 9.
Command 3, pain. Characters, select, copy. Form 3 window.
Let's try the O with stroke.
You fool!
It's not there.
Command 3, pain. Edit. 3.
Because we like you, there are 3.
There's
of them
3
in the
threes.
puzzle at that amount. I'm gone. You are looking in good shape.
Command
In
1
good shape.
button. Command 3, pain. The pain. $sign. $sign.
How about that? There are none of those in this puzzle.
$sign. $sign. $sign.
Dollar
Command 1,
sign.
but command 3, pain.
You know what? That gives me an idea of what sign we should
One
call.
running window is requesting attention. Down arrow. You down arrow. Down arrow. Down arrow. Up arrow. U +0. Character. Select copy.
Let's try this one.
B.
It's not there.
Character map. Down arrow. Down arrow. Down arrow. Down arrow. Wheel of Fortune. One running window is requesting attention. Wheel of Fortune. One running window is requesting attention. Down arrow. U +2564. Box drawings down single. U +24. Character.
Let's try
select
this one.
B. Wheel of Fortune window.
Are you paying
Character map dialog. Characters to select copy. Wheel of Fortune window.
Yeah, it's already been called because it's not in the game's font set.
Next player.
That's a shame, isn't it?
Command pain. Edit. 8.
8. There is an 8.
Command 3 button. Pain.
Oh, we meet again. Hi.
You still failing? That's cool. See you when you fail again.
Command 3 pain.
Command 3.
Command 1. Command 3.
Command
pain.
1. Command 3.
Command 3, ping.
Command 3.
Edit. Equal sign.
Equal sign.
Time for you to do a little bit of math. Take that amount, then times it by 2.
For the two equal signs that are on the
Command,
board.
Ping.
You know,
Well, I like to tell people how much they fail. I don't like to do it with my mouth all dry. That's why I like to drink Coke Zero. It's got all the great Coke taste with 0 calories. Coke Zero. Thanks for the product placement, I King. Next player. And now it's 769,006.
Period. Comma. Question mark.
Apparently this is contagious. Oh no.
Ping.
Can you all stop doing that, please? Well, we're trying.
Command 3.
We're trying hard. We're trying hard to make it stop. But it doesn't seem like it's working.
Command 3. Ping. Edit. Backslash.
Backslash.
I don't believe it.
You know how many there are? 1.
Command 1. Button. Command 3. Ping. Edit.
Partial differential.
Hi, I'm King. This player has suffered from selective seeing.
It doesn't like
Selective
partial
seeing is when
differential.
They call for a letter that's already been called. Just 10 cents a day. 10
Yeah,
cents.
it really hates partial differential. But, okay. Moving on.
Ping. Edit. Ping.
/
Would you look at the big brain on this player? 4 in the puzzle. Done.
Command 1. Command 3. Ping. Edit.
Opening bracket.
Let's see. 2 of those at that amount equals.
Wow, there's 2 opening brackets.
Command 1. Button.
I love the sound of that.
Ping. Edit. Ping. Plus sign.
Oh, mighty sound effects lady. Is that letter in the puzzle? You're in luck. You have 1.
There is a plus sign.
Command 1. Button. Command. Ping. 7. 7.
7. There's no
Command 1.
7.
Command pain.
There is no 7.
Edit. 4.
4.
Take 3 of them. Time to
There's
mark 2.
6
in the puzzle.
4s.
I'm done. And you're now mathematically.
Of course I'm mathematically accepted.
Command pain.
Just by calling the number 4. Okay.
Edit. 6. Pain.
There's no 6.
Player
Player 2, go!
Command 1. Button. Command 3. Pain.
Command 3, paint.
If you're watching this video right now, you just failed.
Player 3, go!
Command 3. Pain.
Oh, me again. Hi.
You
You
still
still
failing?
failing? That's cool.
See you when you fail again.
Ah, great. I knew this was coming.
Command 1. Button. Command 3. Pain.
Dear I King, can you possibly make some type of seasonal videos for the Wheel of Fortune game? Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Valentine's Day, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Halloween, you still fail, Happy this, Happy that, doesn't matter.
Blah, 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 blah.
An $822,000 vault now. My gosh.
Edit.
Guess there's one number left. 0.
0. 0.
That's one in Spanish.
0. 0. 0. 0. 0.
0.
Command 1. Button. Command 3. Pain. Edit.
Closing bracket.
Oh, mighty sound effects lady. Is that letter in the puzzle? You're in luck. We have 1.
Command 1. Command 3. Pain. Edit. Opening brace. Command 1. Button. Command 3. Pain. Edit.
Let's try vertical bar.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh.
Command 3. Pain. Edit.
Underscore.
Underscore.
Well, aren't you just the smart little player? You found the letter that's not on the board.
Good.
Yeah, there's no underscores.
Pain. Command 1, Command 3, ping. Edit.
Closing brace.
Closing brace.
There's a closing brace. Sure, let's double this spin.
Command 3, ping. Edit.
Did we do the opening brace already?
Opening brace, ping.
Hey, John.
I guess we did.
Ban that player. No, ban that. Okay, that letter's already been called. There you
Yeah, that letter's already been
go.
called.
Give the program.
Give it the program.
You. Give it the program. Next player.
Ah, jeez.
Command 3, ping.
I feel like this thing is going to be over after only the first round. But it's still
Command
going.
3, ping.
In my
Country, we call that a loss of turn.
Command 3, ping.
Alright. So, with that, I am now in the process of rendering the compilation from
Edit.
throughout the week. And that should be up soon.
Tilde. Tilde.
Tilde.
You fool!
No tilde.
Command 3, ping. Grave accent. Grave accent.
Oh, I know of another symbol we haven't tried yet. Oh, great. Now we're going to have to wait
Command 3, ping.
after this spin.
Edit. Ping. Add symbol. Add symbol.
Good pick.
There's 3 at symbols.
Hey, congratulations. That's it. Good job.
Tilde. Grave accent. Grave accent. Grave accent. Exiting narrator.
Alright, as we go to the next puzzle, let me find that character that we were having fun with earlier. Oh, likes it. That's cool. Alright, let's see how it likes this one.
No more vows to buy. Either you'll spin or you'll solve.
Yeah, there's no more vowels to buy. Cap A with grave. And there's 52 of them. And they all show up as the inverted exclamation mark. So the A with grave appears as an inverted exclamation mark.
Hey, congratulations, that's it. Good job.
That is just great. Alright. We might be getting close to the end here, so sure, let's do this now. Well, actually, let's try something different. Alright. We're going to have an absolute field day with this one. So let me move the character map out of the way. Or just down to the taskbar or whatever. Ah, darn it, I missed 2 characters. Whatever. Unfortunately, there's no more vowels.
So you're gonna have to spin.
Well,
Puzzle.
remember those clips that iKing does when there's 5 of something? Let's see. I don't believe that.
You
know how many there are? 5. So I think you all are getting the idea as to what's coming, what we're doing now. Oh, again. Hi. You still failing? That's cool. See you when you fail again. One.
That was a
Nice pick.
There
There
are
are 5 of them in the puzzle. Well done. Three. 5 of them in the puzzle.
Very well done.
Yep, here come 5 threes. Yeah, meanwhile, I'm just looking around restaurants in the Chicagoland area, especially Portillo's. That's the whole reason why I want to go to the Lawn of Oaks tomorrow.
Oh,
Wise and noble sound effects lady. Are there 5 of them in the puzzle at that amount? Yes, there are! There's 5 twos! And here they all come. $50,000 worth of twos. I love that. Nine. Why like that? There's 5 of them in the puzzle. Zero. There are 5 of them in the puzzle. Well done. Give me back my money and I'll give you a chance to see if there's $10,000 on that side. Or it could be a bankrupt. Choice is yours. May as well take the money. Oh, sure. Let's type whatever we want in here. And I don't know what just happened, but okay. Eslin Field. Alright, I don't know what I just did. Wait a minute, did I just toggle solid mode? I don't know what, but, oh, there we go. There we go, it went back to normal suddenly. Okay. That was weird. 4! A wise and noble sound effects lady.
Are there 5 of them in the puzzle at that amount?
Yeah, there's 5 fours. And here they come. The 5 fours at $8,300 each. Yeah, I've been eyeing Portillo's because, well, yeah, there's actually a good selection of items. Oh, nope, I don't want that on the thing. Okay, got it just in time. 8!
We
Have 5 of them in this puzzle. Good job. Well, that helps.
Now you can
You take the money you just received, or you can give it back to me and go for $10,000. What do you want to do? Take the money. And spin like I was gonna do earlier. $7. And now we're going to get to hear that clip that I had to do because it was going to get abruptly cut off.
Well done.
Yeah, there we go. He didn't even get a chance to say a word, so I said all the words for him because of the mystery wedge. One more number left. 6.
5 of them in the puzzle. Very well done.
Very well done, he says. And there we go.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Good job. Congratulations. And this is round 4, and since we're already past the half-hour mark, I think this is very well the point where this is going to be the end of it. So let's try something else. Let's try a different symbol. Here, I'll just type a bunch of gibberish. And now I gotta find a character that I think it will like. Or the game will actually accept. In its font set, really. Because while these are accepted by the OS, not everything can accept characters like what we're about to try. Does it like this? No. I know it likes this one. What about something else? Undefined. What even is this character? New Shackle sign? Is that what it's called? It doesn't like that. Lira sign. Let's see if it likes it. No, it does not. Colon sign. Here's the Vietnamese dong sign. Doesn't like the dong sign. Okay. I know it doesn't like any of those mathematical symbols I've been going crazy with, like infinity, square root, right angle, summation. Yeah, it doesn't like that. It doesn't like partial differential. What about less than or equal to? Does it like it? No, it does not. I'm ashamed. Let's just do... I know the inverted question mark isn't going to do much, but let's see anyway. Oh wow, it actually likes it. All right, sure, we'll do that then. All right, so that's what we will do for the last puzzle before we wrap things up. Because I know for sure this is going to be the final spin. So yeah, I guess it waits until after when we get to round 4 before it does that. All right. So here we go. So $1,800 for every inverted question mark there is. And they all appear as blanks. Okay, cool.
Done it. You gone ahead and won that round. Congratulations.
And it's Portillo's that goes to the bonus round.
Made it to the bonus round. So, one thing to do now is spin that wheel and let's see what you'll be playing for.
Great, now it looks like it can't render. Because it crashed midway through, but I'm gonna go ahead and try it again. Alright, let me restart it. And I'm going to turn HDR off, because maybe that might be causing the issue, but let's see. Last one. There are all the ampersands. Let's start with a little help, which in turn is absolutely nothing.
Alright, buckle down here. It's time to get serious. Solve this puzzle. 3 consonants, 1 vowel.
Yeah, it sure is. Opening parenthesis, tilde, the inverted question mark again, and the I. It looks like nothing showed up on that first section, but tildes are there. Oh my gosh!
It's your lucky day. You won the big one.
$100,000!
Or cash. Well done, you did it. Congratulations.
Portillo's is totally... Well, that was pretty spectacular. I knew that moment would finally happen someday during a random character thing. All right. So, with that, that is unfortunately all the time we have with you for tonight. But before we go, yeah, I've been looking at as I said, I've been looking at the Portillo's. I just pulled up their menu on their website. So at least I could take this opportunity to just take a look at the menu, see what they've got. And of course, from there, I can make my decision. But in fact, based on what I've had in the past and based on what else is there, I have actually already have decided what I would like to get from there. Well, yeah, there is something else involved, but you know what? If I want Portillo's, yeah, I'm all right with sacrificing Ticket to Ride tomorrow night. I'm all right with sacrificing it. So yeah, I am looking forward to a great Portillo's meal to start off the week. Although we won't be in Downers Grove, but only for 2 days next week. So let me go ahead and restate the programming notes one last time before we go. Of course, as I just said, we will not be live for Ticket to Ride tomorrow night at 9 p.m. But we are, however, going to be live on Monday night. Well, of course, with the stuff that we have to make up, and that is because the 1% Club and Quiz with Balls are going to be off in terms of all new episodes for about a month. Because Fox is the official broadcaster for the FIFA World Cup this year. So hence why there will not be anything new on the network within that time frame. So it'll be July 13th. That will be following the conclusion of the Cup. That will be when the 1% Club and Quiz with Balls return with all new episodes. So great. We can use this opportunity to make some stuff up. I know there's a lot of stuff we have to make up, but we will for sure use this month we will use that 1 month very wisely in terms of, getting caught up on games and everything like that. And as I could tell, yeah, the lemon vine was pretty busy tonight, so yeah, unfortunately, he wasn't able to join us. But as I've stated previously, he has a busy life like I have. So there are obviously days where he can't make it on air, but that's okay. That's the way things go. So again, here are the notes. Sunday, no Ticket to Ride, so we will not be live at all on Sunday night. Monday, whenever I get done with whatever is going on that day, and after I take care of Jeopardy, America Says, and then dinner, likely following that, that will be when we kick off the first, or what will be the first of several makeup streams for our funny games. This first edition will only go up to 11 o'clock. Well, actually, I'll only take it to 10:30 because I want to use the final half hour to, sort of begin to wind everything down, make plans for tomorrow, for the next day, and everything. So, whenever I get done with everything else, that will be when we start our first of our Fun and Games makeups. So, of course, everything that we usually do Saturday, like today, of course, being Play 18, Way Sorry, Game of Life, all that. And then the Wednesday stuff, Hyper Bowl, Wheel of Fortune, Monopoly, Yahtzee, the single duels of Yu-Gi-Oh!, 2 weeks worth of the word game, Ticket to Ride from Monday night, plus the 2006 PC game of Deal or No Deal. All of that is going to be included as such. So here's what I was thinking. I'm going to split all of this into 2 separate parts. We'll make up as much of the Saturday stuff as we can on Monday night. We'll make up as much of it as we can within the 4.5 hour time span. Because I predict a 6 p.m. start time. If we start later, that's fine. And of course, Tuesday, I'll be back in Downers Grove once again. And then I'll come back here and we will do our Roblox show for this coming week. And then Wednesday, once again, is Downers Grove Day. And then when I get back, we will make up the Wednesday games. We'll do the Wednesday games along with, well, actually it'll be 3 weeks worth of the word game because we'll be getting this week's words as well. That's something I forgot to mention. So yeah, we'll do that day along with Hyper Bowl, Monopoly, Wheel of Fortune, Yahtzee, all the games that we normally do. And that time we'll actually stay on for a little longer. We'll probably go to 11:30 or maybe 11 o'clock. Because I want to get the Downers Grove video finalized, get it up, and probably play around with Yu-Gi-Oh! Afterwards, but that's me. And then Thursday, we'll probably do another double header, but it won't be like back-to-back, as in, the short time span like we had yesterday. We'll make up the rest. I'll find a time depending on what games we have left to make up, and then we'll make up those games. And then after that, Backyard Baseball, of course, will come on at 5 as usual. Friday will be the Fun Night Show. Next Saturday's Fun Games Show, I think, will be in the usual format, so there probably won't be anything too different about that. Sunday, that's when Ticket to Ride would return. The following week, everything will be normal, without Downers Grove, of course, as of right now. And then Friday the 26th, the Friday Fun Night Show will be done in daytime. Because we will, and probably in a very short amount of time too. So we'll try to condense everything as much as possible, starting on Friday afternoon. And then, of course, once the time comes, once we're all done, that's when we're going to turn everything off and then prepare for, whatever else is coming, as I've said. And then starting at that moment and continuing until the evening of July 5th, that's when everything's going to be off the air. But then we'll be back around that time, the evening of that time. And then after that, it's back to our normal routine afterwards. So with that being said, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Thanks again for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And again, we will be back on Monday night for the first of our makeup streams that we'll be doing over the next several days this coming week. But until then, I'm Mr. Planetfall, and we wish all of you a very pleasant good night.